All right, we ready?
Hold up, Bob Saget died?
God damn.
Yeah, Bob Saget's dead at 65. Damn, that's crazy.
I was gonna make an insensitive joke, but I don't know if we're recording, so I'm just gonna leave it to myself.
We are indeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm gonna say it afterwards.
But I definitely have your nickname done now. Came to me. I had another one I was gonna do, but
And the funny thing is like I feel like I have an idea what it could be, but it might not be that. So I'm like, let's just see where this fucking goes. Oh shit! I just got excited.
We'll start the episode.
Oh shit! Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and jerks. You feel me? We out here. This is the Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'll be your host. You know what I'm saying? Quanzo Washington, Saquon, aka Saquon on the beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a nigga tag and shit.
Okay,
Here are my co-hosts.
Yo, it is. It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again right here in the kitchen. It's another episode of the Hold It Down podcast where we talk hip-hop and battle rap culture as a whole. I'm glad Jody got the word from my tag team partner, the great Quan Stamos himself.
God damn it.
Everywhere you look,
God damn it.
It's a heart.
Yeah, you gotta cut it out, okay?
The only reason we making these Full House jokes is because we dead ass just read that Bob Saget just passed. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. I didn't know. I ain't know nothing bad. I didn't know he was sick. I just know him from his Danny Tanner from Full House. Apparently, he was a full time like stand up comedian too, and he used to do like really
raunchy jokes.
Yeah, because he was trying to break the image of TV dad. But
really, I didn't know you were trying to break it. I thought like that was just really him, and he just happened to catch a light image on a hit TV show.
Yeah,
but he was like, but in real life, I'm really this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm really this nigga in the streets, but on the TV, I gotta play this nigga for the checks.
Yeah, and I feel like it went well for him because I'll tell you what, like, yo, shout out to Nick at Night. Nick at Night is clutch because I feel like I would not have any grasp on good sitcoms if it was not for Nick at Night. Because
honestly,
I never watched the channel. I never watched them shits when they came out. I knew all of them from Nick at Night.
Of course, yeah. I'm definitely the same way. Like, because the Cosby Show, which is my favorite show of all
for
time,
sure.
Nick at Night used to run that shit into the ground, and I never complained. But also, Nick at Night, I had the black shows because I had the Cosby Show. It used to run Full House. Not Full. I'm sorry, Family Matters. That was Urkel and them.
Family Matters. They did have Full House on there too.
Yeah, football. That's white people.
Oh.
I'm talking about the black ones.
Gotcha,
they also had Fresh Prince used to be on Nick at Night. Like they used to play the black shit. Only black sitcom they really didn't play from the 90s was Living Single.
Yeah,
that I could think of. That's probably it. Actually, there's a couple more.
Wait, did
you know what I'm saying?
They might have had all the shits because didn't they have no that was BET. They had Malcolm and Eddie.
BET had Malcolm and Eddie. They had Wayans Brothers. And I don't think they had Living Single. I think Living Single was just on UPN.
Yeah.
But Living Single was a classic. Everybody knows that.
And shout out to UPN too, because
UPN was for the niggas. Bro.
UPN was for the niggas, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, Jamie Foxx show,
banger.
Steve Harvey show,
banger,
bro. I loved all that shit.
I was really just doing some research the other day on UPN. I read this person's they did a research paper on UPN and the WB and how they were made. Just because like they were just like cheap and they just needed something to put on. So it was like, all right, what's popping right now? They just hired like local black writers and stuff, and they started getting them shows, and it became the Black Center, and that's all the black shows was. So then when they wanted to move the market on to the CW, when they got bought out, the CW was like, all right, we already have a built-in fan base. Now we could make what we want to make. Instead of pumping all them shows of white people, this hasn't been profitable since.
Yeah,
it's to the point now where I think they're trying to sell the CW because it's not making money.
Yeah,
it's like I wonder why.
Yeah, because you stupid. Here, this is where I'm gonna offend some people. All right, because fuck them. All right, you stupid white folks always want to take the nigga shit from the niggas and then wonder why the nigga shit don't work for you because you ain't niggas. You don't got a nigga brain. You don't got a nigga sense of humor. You don't got a nigga talent. And you try to take nigga shit and think it's going to work for you. But you ain't the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. The last successful show that they had, the most modern one I say, was Everybody Hates Chris. And then that show really got canceled because of network changes. They said it was still popular. They probably would have got another season. But then once Everybody Hates Chris was gone, there really wasn't any more black shows for years.
I think it's like Yeah, you know what the dumb shit is? Like, and this probably, well, niggas don't listen to us anyway, but y'all would probably profit more if y'all just sit the fuck back and let niggas run the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let niggas run the shit.
Yeah.
Be the white head, be the whatever, be the owners, all that shit. While the niggas actually make the things move and put the chess pieces in the right places, let niggas do that and you will prosper. I don't understand why y'all niggas, like, even for like labels, I feel like y'all niggas will sign a nigga that's doing his own shit, making his own style, prospering, and then be like, hey,
you're great. Let's fuck up everything you got going on.
Oh my fucking God. I hate that shit with everything I love. I don't understand that. That don't make no sense to me. On God, my nigga.
It's like they'll see you out here rapping and like, yo, you're a dope rapper. I really like what you're doing. But what you really need to do is none of this shit you got going on right now. We gonna have you doing this other stuff.
Yeah,
we think's gonna work.
It's like, hey, all that shit that we signed you for, all that shit that got the fan base that's already built in and is making you successful right now, you're gonna abandon all that shit and try to do some shit that we just came up with. You know why? Because we're fucking dumbasses. I can't stand that shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. That shit gets on my fucking nerves. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I can understand if like you have an idea or two. That's cool. Niggas might not even be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be like, all right, so I got an album, 14 tracks. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to make some singles, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one or two. One or two maybe doing something outside the box. One might be, you know, some shit with somebody that it doesn't work, but I gave it a try. Yeah. And then maybe the second one will be like a compromise. It'll be some my style, but maybe a little more commercial appeal. Cool. Yeah. And then the rest of the album is my shit because that's what my fan base wants. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, y'all, I do all this work just for y'all to say fuck the niggas that got me here in the first place, and then wonder why shit don't translate. I don't understand y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. I don't know how. Like it's y'all be on some teacher shit. Like y'all niggas just be in position because you old. You know what I'm saying? Because you once was in touch, and then you just kept you just haven't died yet, so you still got the job.
Word.
It don't make no fucking sense to me. I swear to God, yo, stop ruining my music, my nigga. Stop ruining my television. Stop ruining my culture, my nigga. God damn.
Well, yeah, music is a culture that's getting fucked up, but a culture that's thriving and starting off the year great is battle rap. The battle rap culture is popping right now. They
for sure.
The URL is back from hiatus. You know what I'm saying? They took their holiday break. They didn't have no events for a couple of weeks, which I really appreciate because I needed the break.
For sure.
But now they're back at it. First event of the year, super fight.
Yeah.
And I'd say it was a great tone setter, honestly. A night of great battles. They had a lot of great shit going on. They had their face-offs the day before. I'll be honest, I don't watch face-offs. And I don't care.
We ain't got time for all that shit, bro. It's just gonna be niggas yelling at each other, and it's like, you know what? As much as we may like that, at the same point, like, it's WWE, but it's not really WWE. If the face-off is cool, but the battle is whack, what do we do this for?
Yeah, it was a waste of my time. So,
yeah. Because niggas ain't gonna choke on the face-off. Niggas can choke on the battle. Niggas ain't gonna choke on the face-off.
Yeah, it's like I don't care about debates of who won the face-off. I don't care about none of that.
And face-offs really don't be indicating shit because we seen niggas
talk crazy in the face-off.
Talk crazy. We seen niggas dominate the face-off and then get their ass smacked. No pun intended on the actual battle.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean. I still don't understand how Sue Surf lost that shit because when I tell you he masterminded his face-off with 40, she didn't know what to say, my nigga.
Yeah,
like she was like she was annoyed and like tickled at the same time. Like it was one of the things where she liked what was going on and she was mad that she liked what was going on because she couldn't help but laugh. But she was like, I'm supposed to not like this nigga, but it's like, yo, this nigga brought Lunchables in a freaking bottle of wine, like, and he's in a suit and shit. Like, how can I take him serious?
Exactly.
And then got his ass whooped in the battle. So I'm like, I don't
do shit right that whole battle. And it's like these niggas be putting so much energy into the theatrics for a face-off.
Yeah.
Put energy into your bars, nigga.
My nigga.
That's why I'd rather be prepared for it personally.
For
but
real.
I get that URL trying to grow. They're trying to get niggas to sell fights, kind of like boxers and MMA people.
I respect it. It's
now,
cool.
like I, as a fan of MMA and boxing, I understand the point of it. Even as a fan of wrestling, I understand the point of it. But this has a different outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a different sport.
Yeah.
To me, it personally doesn't work. I don't care. I know it's getting views, it's popular. They're gonna keep doing it. That's cool.
So with wrestling, it works different because you can't hear niggas talk in the actual wrestling match. So when niggas is facing off in the wrestling, this is their time to talk shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the wrestling is the time to prove it.
Yeah, and
but in battle rap,
already predetermined the time who's gonna win. So it's a guaranteed positive outcome somehow, some way.
And they also know to only put certain people like give certain people the mic. There's some people that are just great wrestlers, great personalities
some people,
in wrestling, but they're not good talkers.
Yeah.
There's some
people horrible talkers, some people are only just great talkers. And niggas like Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Never wrestles, but he's a great talker. He will sell the fuck out your fight.
Yeah.
Some niggas, they need that. But battle rappers, they gotta do that shit for themselves. They gotta be all of that in one.
And there's very few niggas that are all around with it too.
Are not all around.
Some of these niggas, a lot of these niggas are not The Rock. The Rock can show he can give a good wrestling match and a good face off or a good talk, a good backstage.
Yeah, he can cut a great promo to sell any match, even matches that he ain't even in. Yeah, he can sell the fuck out your match
for sure.
And then he'll go out there and wrestle just as well. But some of you niggas, y'all need to work on your matches more than your promos. Yeah, that's what I feel personally.
Yeah, I mean, because you know what makes it worse? It exposes that some of you niggas really wasn't outside neither. You know what I'm saying? Because you niggas is not really used to a nigga in your face and talking shit. You don't know how to talk shit back.
At all.
Or it exposes that some of you niggas is too real and y'all ain't really about talking, so y'all don't even know what to say. I'm confused. I would have stuffed the nigga by now, so I don't even know what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it is niggas like that who be like, bro, I know I can't hit you, you can't hit me, so why are we even doing this shit? Yeah. Which I understand that too.
And there'd be niggas like T-Rex that is the greater face-offs, but might be a mediocre battle. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still surprised. Like, that nigga be getting niggas really agitated. Like, that nigga really made Bill Collector swing at him.
Yeah.
And Bill Collector is one of the jokiest niggas. Like, so I was like, for him to really get Bill Collector agitated, that's
Bill
crazy.
Collector say he done with the jokes though. I was
that hurts.
I was on one of them Twitter spaces because the battle rap culture has officially taken over Twitter spaces, as far as I've noticed.
I ain't mad at that.
Somehow, some way, this is not an exaggeration.
Better than Facebook.
Somebody is always doing a Twitter space. When I say somehow, some way, I woke up this morning, I checked my Twitter around 9 something. Somebody had a Twitter space. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about at 9 o'clock in the morning? Why are we still talking about last night's event at 9 o'clock in the morning? Do something else with your day besides talk battle rap. And
urgent news, nigga.
Jaden Nightwing was in there. Like, battle rappers be in them spaces all day selling fights. At this point, Twitter spaces has become the sports center of battle rap. So there's always some breaking news, but somebody's talking some shit in some type of Twitter space, or somebody is announcing something. So now that's where the culture is headed. That's where it's moving. And honestly, I can't keep up with the shit. I really do not have the time to sit in Twitter spaces all day listening to breaking battle rap news. And that's why I really appreciate Let's Talk Battle Rap and other outlets who just post the highlights of the shit, because apparently they have the time, or the people who are paid to just be around.
Yo, the internet got a lot of time. They'll capture anything.
Yeah. So,
if you got any kind of traction, they'll capture anything.
And I appreciate them niggas, because dog, I'm not sitting in Twitter spaces all damn day.
Yeah, we don't
listening to niggas talk shit to each other. And the Twitter spaces is really just face-offs in real time. Yeah. And sometimes it's funny because niggas like Bill Collector and Surf are dead ass funny. Bill Collector be snapping on people in spaces, bro. He be going the fuck in them spaces, and it's always funny. But yeah, bro, I can't do it. I appreciate the way the culture is moving. I like the traction y'all getting. I like the way y'all trying new stuff, the way you trying different mediums and all that. I just don't have the time for it.
For sure.
But we're going to talk about some changes in the culture next time. We ain't going to touch on a bunch of news this week. We just wanted to get this super fight recap out, and we've already wasted 10 minutes already on not the event. So,
hey, it's what we do, you know what I'm saying? Giving that good content for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try to wrap this up to a certain time, because we are trying to order a pizza, and we're trying to make sure that place ain't closed by the time we get it. Because today's my cheat day, you feel me? You know what I mean? I'm on that keto. You feel me? And it's working for your boy a little bit. So, today's my cheat day, so I'm trying to get them carbs, nigga.
I'll help you get there by running through this card, nigga.
Yeah.
All right.
I only watched 3 of the battles because I had to do overtime. I had to do overtime at my job because nigga got bills and nigga got real life happening, and we do this shit for the love. We ain't getting paid for the shit yet. So I wasn't able to catch it live, and I was able to catch it on the bootleg. I ain't gonna say where because I don't know who's watching. Niggas might shut that shit down. So I caught 3 battles. The 3 battles that I caught, I'm gonna chime in. But the ones that he just seen, because he's dedicated, he watched it live, I'm just gonna let it be silent.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna run through the ones that you didn't watch. I was gonna say that anyway. Yeah. So first battle of the night, Anderson Burris versus Swave 7. Swave 7, that's my guy. I love Restore Order. I'm a big Swave fan. Been
this
saying that
podcast
for a long time.
Supports Restore Order.
So I was very disappointed in the battle. Swade's first round, great. Second round, whatever. Third round, not what I needed to hear. Anderson Burris, first time seeing him. He's the white guy, pretty stale. His style is what I expected. The nerdy white guy style. It was more of a jokey style, kind of like Pat Stay, but nerdier.
So is he like a white Hannibal Buress?
Sure. I see what you're saying. Sure. I guess he wasn't bad. I think for the lane he chose, it worked. Especially because he prepped himself correctly and that his jokes landed the way they were supposed to. And like if his jokes didn't land, it wouldn't have worked. But his jokes landed well enough and they got the crowd laughing enough and engaged. I think his debut was successful. And even in the second round, he did this really long setup where he was reciting some old Swave stuff, and the punchline was, I guess you don't care. You're not gonna go back and watch it. So it was about this song Swave has, where apparently Swave made this whole song, and it'd be like the punchline and like the catch of the song is like he ended up fucking his cousin. So I know it's very weird. Anderson Burris spent like 30 seconds of his round. This is the second 30 seconds of the round just reciting Swave lyrics, and then Swave said da 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 da. And then after that, Swave said da 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 da. Fast forward, the punchline of the song, he was fucking his cousin. And the room actually ate that shit up. Because like the room at this point is confused for 30 seconds. Why he just reciting Swave's lyrics to us? Like, all right, nigga, why are you wasting this time in your round? So once he hit the punchline of the song is about Swave and his cousin, and the room ate the shit up, I was all right, he paced that well. I was nervous I was going to bomb. He paced it well, and then he followed up with just a whole bunch of incest and cousin fucking jokes.
Of course.
And the crowd loved it, and I like he paced his round well. Like, he did well. And I was like, all right, it's working for him. Swave's first, like I said, was great. His second was all about, let me teach you about a battle rap type stuff. Kind of like what he did against Twerk. I was like, I don't think this is going to work again. So he did it again. He addressed the whiteness a little bit, just didn't hit. His third, again, was all about, let me teach you how to do this battle rap shit. Never do this, don't do that, don't get slapped like Sharon. Also, never battle B-Dot. I promise you, don't do it. And that was probably the best advice. That was
actually some good advice.
Do not battle B-Dot.
That was actually some good advice.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
But like, overall, I still gave the battle Anderson Burris, unfortunately. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's what I had to do. Respectfully.
It's not what I wanted to do, it's what I had to do. Oh, shit.
Respectfully.
Oh, shit. I'm like, that needs to be a quote. That needs to be a quote. It's not what I want to do, is what I had to do. That shit could work in so many ways. Oh, shit. That was a bar and you wouldn't even know it, bro.
But yeah, that was the first battle of the night.
Okay, we got you.
The second battle was Drugs and Lou Castro. Yeah,
that's one I watched. Yes.
All right. So did you want to start this recap or?
Let's fucking do this shit, nigga. Okay. Now, first of all, I think this might be my first time watching Drugs.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Drugs, but
he's newer. He used to be in the Goonies and shit with Castro and Jack Boy and Twerk, but he just hasn't battled in a while. But he's put on some good performances. But this is the best Drugs by far.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? The cocaine was puro. You feel me? It was straight from Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Like you could see Lulu's dead body while A goes and raids the closet of the bricks. You feel me? You know what I mean? You could see Tony Montana meeting with Sosa for this shit. That was some good ass Drugs. Like Drugs was on point with his shit. He was getting his shit off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's the right way to react to everybody thinking you're gonna lose. Everybody counting you out. Just go harder.
He was talking his shit during the battle. He was like, this shit between rounds. What's all that talk about? I got Castro. Yeah. What's all that talk? He was talking to niggas in the room. Yeah. Like, cause he knew he had it. Yeah. He knew he had it after the first. Cause his first was crazy.
Yeah, his first was fire.
Crazy. All his punches hit. And because him and Lou was cool, they could be physical and you could tell it didn't really matter. Like he bumped him a little bit, all right, whatever. Bump him, like I'm saying, be in each other's face, niggas didn't care.
That's the kind of shit I like, is when niggas can be friendly and it actually plays into the battle and makes it well. Like that's why niggas can get mad physical and shit. Pause. But like like niggas pushing, shoving and shit, like being all in each other's face and shit. You know what I'm saying? Without it getting like becoming a problem or you know, tension getting too high. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was fire.
So then, unfortunately, after this epic, amazing opener, Lou Castro comes out there and hurts my soul.
Yeah, he was starting off good, and then, you know,
He lost it. He lost it, and
he lost the momentum.
It took him entirely too long to get it back, and by then it was over.
Yeah, he had a rough. And what makes it bad is like the bars was there when if he could remember the shit. It was good bars. It's just when he lost all that momentum. You know what I'm saying? It made that round a little shaky.
Lou is a momentum guy. I feel like Lou, his bars are good and they're witty. Yeah. I feel like he's more of a momentum guy than a bars guy, personally. But his bars be there, but I feel like he's still more of a performance-based type of person. He's more of a personality who just happens to have good bars. And if his momentum and his personality is hurt like it was after the first, it was a wrap for him after that.
Now, did that was it that A-Ward battle that he actually had trouble with too? Was it him and A-Ward?
What do you mean?
When last time he choked? Before? Yeah,
he choked. Was it the A-Ward battle? Because I remember he choked. Did he choke in the Fonz too?
Nah, he ain't choking the Fonz. He just lost.
Okay, because I do remember he choked.
He was like taking his time with the bars, but I don't think he choked.
I remember he was having these issues a couple of battles back, and I can't remember exactly who it was against.
The Fonz battle, if he was like he was slowing down, but I don't think it was like obvious. Like I let him slide with that one, but there was one where he definitely I remember he was like man, I was doing good all year.
Yeah.
So like he got one more. He got one more, and then I'm gonna have to you know what I'm saying, like start giving him the credit for this because. You know, we like him, so we're going to let him slide. I ain't going to call him twerk yet.
No.
But he got one more to mess up, and then we're going to have to start being like, yo, like, what's good? Do you have to take a break? Because
after that, he just gave Drugs free reign to talk his shit aggressively more, and that's exactly what Drugs did.
Drugs just came back, and you know what I'm saying? He was whipping the pot. You feel me? He was out here.
Drugs had a masterful 3 rounds, honestly. Sure. Like, there was nothing to critique. And Lou just had to like lose second. He got it back in the second. Did great in the second. Problem was when third came around, he lost it in the third. Something stumbled through his third. And
did it again. Now I ain't gonna lie. Is it just me or does Drugs sound a lot like Rum Nitty?
He battled Rum already, so maybe that's why you feel like that. Maybe I remember he lost to Rum Nitty bad.
Yeah, I remember Lou said that. But he definitely sound like Rum, like a lot, like from.
I can see why you say that.
If my eyes was closed, I would think it was Rum Nitty. It's almost like grittiness in the voice, delivery of punches, like you know what I'm saying, and even the punches being good, like you know what I'm saying. He sounded like a lot like Rum Nitty. You know what I mean, but not in a bad way, because I guess you know niggas say Lou sound like K-Shine or he sound like other niggas.
Saying Lou sound like Jack Boy.
Yeah, they be saying he sound like a lot of niggas.
Basically, everybody that was in the Goonies or like around them, they say that Lou sound like all of them niggas, or Lou was copying them off of them. But when you ask them, they don't be feeling that way. Like whenever niggas ask Twerk about niggas like Lou sounding like him, or even Rum Nitty doing the hand shit and all that, Twerk like, bro, I don't take credit for none of that shit. Like niggas just sound how they sound. Same thing with Jack Boy. They asked Jack Boy if he feel like Lou sound like him. Jack Boy was like, I really don't hear it. Like, cause like Jack Boy was doing the 50-50 stuff. He was like, Lou's stuff technically like a little different than mine, so I don't really feel like niggas copying me. Like,
and I ain't gonna lie, like when niggas was saying, niggas used to call. I remember when niggas would call Lou Castro a New Jersey twerk. I'd never heard it. I didn't hear it. It didn't sound like it at all. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get it. But what did bother me is after the battle, there was commentating about it, because I know you didn't see this part, but how much Surf was going in about Lou having multiple mess ups. So it's like, Surf, don't do this.
But are you the one doing this?
Because
like nobody said something.
Because it was just
next to Nunu Nels and Jay Blacks.
Neither one of them mentioned it, but
I'm upset.
Because me too.
I thought they would have kept it real.
I was hoping they would have, because he was making great points. He was talking about the way that Drugs composed his rounds and how Drugs put on like a great masterful show. He's like the best Drugs he ever seen. He's like, the Drugs we saw that night probably like that's Drugs peak. He's like, that guy we saw tonight, I would battle that Drugs. Like that Drugs was great. The way he wrote his rounds, the way he composed everything was great. But then he was like, but then Lou Castro was like, this is like our second or third time recently seeing you stumbling and choking like this. And he was like, these type of performances, they will get you out of these top tier conversations quick when you start doing stuff like this more often. I'm sitting here like, nigga, what?
See, this is why.
Didn't he do this multiple times in a row in a year? And niggas just acting like it didn't happen?
Yeah, because you know what the problem is? Because you can talk your shit when you're on the high. You know what I'm saying?
And like, look, Surf act like he didn't fuck up for a whole year.
You're able to do that when you're on the high. Just like New Jersey Twerk is awesome, like, but he's always like a roller coaster. So like he fucks up, but then like he'll put like a string of 2 or 3 amazing performances and then a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Or Murder Mook was like damn near, I won't say flawless, but he was definitely on the up and up with every battle. Every battle was like, you know, started this shit, then, you know, still got it, then oh shit, legendary shit, then changing the game, and then 2 battles of fuck ups, and all of a sudden now, well, I mean, the battle rap community ain't doing it yet, but nigga, we saying this nigga flopping, this nigga out of here, this nigga ass. You know what I'm saying?
You went full Joe Budden,
bro. Yo, Joe Budden really used to do that.
Pack of
ass. I remember Joe Budden used to really do that shit, bro. Like, and the bad part is, he would really afterwards say is like, oh, me saying ass is like, it's just I didn't care for it. But
choose nicer words.
He would never choose nicer words. Like, and he would be wondering why niggas be mad. He'd be like, nigga, yo, for that freaking Shrimp Life 3 album to be great, and then this 2-pack of ass. He would, yo. Nigga would turn pink because he'd be so freaking hype about telling how this shit was trash. You know what I'm saying? Sway Lee Party Next Door got it so rough from Joe Budden, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of Party Next Door's last album. It had to grow on me, but like I would almost feel him though, because I'd be like we know he could do better. Like even Sway Lee, we know you could do better. Like that Drake joint he had, it was a weird joint. Cause it was like one of them, like, you know, them when he was on, you know, the Man Dem Drizzy type vibes, but it was like, it felt like Egyptian's joint. You remember like Hold Ya?
Yeah.
To this day, I'm still waiting for the rest of the beat to come in. Like, and I was like, with that Sway Lee joint, I'm like, okay, Sway Lee, known hit maker, great artist. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Drake, who's Drake. This should be out of here. And it's like, especially coming off of Unforgettable, which even French knows Sway Lee was the reason that shit was a bop.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody.
For him, and then for him to
French's hits, he knows he's not the reason they're hits. I feel like he should know that.
I mean, he can't say it,
but you
can't say it. You Rapper Eagle, you gotta not say it. But he has a lot of features, or will feature with niggas for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But Sway Lee and Drake, this should be one of the joints of our dreams. And it was just like, niggas almost like tried to make a freestyle bop. Like that's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like, hey, let's go to LA Leakers, but make the beat a Caribbean beat. So we just gonna have fun with it. Like, nah, nigga, like make the joint for the summer. Y'all two got the formula to do it. Y'all can easily do this.
Yeah.
This could easily be Unforgettable Part 2, but y'all just didn't want it for some reason. Y'all was just like, you know what? I don't feel like making a hit today. Like, but I guess whatever. It is what it is.
Great. Next battle up on the card was JC versus Sharon. That's another one you did not watch.
I did not.
Watched it. JC versus Sharon. This was a battle that, I mean, again, I had been talking. Well, this is the first time I mentioned it, actually. I had been talking every time a battle or an event's going on. I'm usually in the Discord talking to the fans. We debating as the event goes on. And as the event was going on, we was like, yo, Boo just got murdered. So then we was like, all right, but at least JC versus Sharon, this is guaranteed to be the most debatable battle of the night. And in my opinion, it definitely lived up to our expectation of the most debatable. Both of them are similar in the fact that they both have great pens. If you don't know Sharon, stop playing with that man just because he white. Don't do that. He got bars. He battled some of the best. He beat some of the best.
He was on Wildin' Out.
And he's on Wildin' Out.
That's an actual accolade. Because I'll tell you what, niggas can say what they want to say when you on that show, but like they never recruited anybody that's whack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The one we might not like the most is maybe Hitman Holla. And even then, like, he's well respected in the battle league, and he made a good home over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they don't recruit anybody that's weak in the battle world.
So with these two, it's easier if I just talk about my notes, all right, and how they structured their rounds. JC's first round was just a lot of great punches. It was no super duper concise direction of where he was going with it. It was just a round full of great punches, and I enjoyed all of them. Not one of them was bad. Sharon had a pretty decent rebuttal to JC's round. I don't remember what was off the top of my head. And then his first was just another. They both kind of had the same idea. We're just going to get this first round off with just punches and like no super duper overarching thing. Yeah. The second, JC came out and his round was about Sharon not understanding the black plight, because Sharon battled Oops recently and made fun of how Oops tried to commit suicide, but it didn't happen because he's still here. So he's like, bro, how you gonna talk about a black man trying to kill himself and make it a whole round and make jokes about it? Great angle to go at.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I almost want to elaborate on that a little bit, because I mean I haven't seen nothing, but I just remember I've been watching My Expert Opinion, one of the back episodes.
mhm.
I think it was a Method Man episode, and Math talked about how like Sharon is just like that. Like he's really the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but for some reason in battles he just says like he goes too far and doesn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Like literally, I think he said one of his early battles, like before he was ever on, like when he was still in high school, is him battling somebody else, and somebody in that school had just literally died in a car crash, and he's in the battle saying that everybody wishes it was you that died and not such and such.
What?
And everybody just goes like, what the fuck? Like that little reaction on TikTok to be like, oh my gosh, you need to leave. Like somebody really said that, and he just left. Like he's like, I don't understand what's wrong with Sharon. Like he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but just
like
in the battles,
he doesn't understand where the limit is.
Yeah, he does not have chill when it comes to in the battles, and he doesn't. And I feel like he doesn't really realize that he's going too far when he does the shit. So that makes all the sense to me in the world that he would do that to Oops.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The Oops battle, that's up on YouTube too. That was from the Riot Battle League, that Ichi League. So then Sharon second. That round was so good, Sharon didn't even rebuttal it, because it was no rebuttal to white supremacy. Yeah. No rebuttal for that.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm leaving that shit alone.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna just start rapping.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew to leave that shit alone.
Yeah, so he just started. He rapped his second. His second was pretty good. It was a good bit of short jokes, which you expected, and then it was some money jokes, because apparently he makes good money. And then the third,
I mean, he didn't say I'll knock your door as hard as I can. As soon as you open, there's the palm in my hand. Ain't no short jokes like that, nigga.
That's still it joke shouldn't be as funny as it was.
It was so simple, but it worked.
It was just the way it flowed with all the other jokes at that time. Yeah. So then JC's third was good, because then his third was just all about explaining to Sharon why he got slapped. It was just a whole round of explaining why he got slapped. Yeah. That was good. He had some good setups and punches in there. But yeah, that was a great round. So then Sharon's third was where did I say there's an overarching theme to that one? Not necessarily. I don't feel like he kind of talked about why he feel like he deserves to be respected in conversations, because he's beat some of URL's best and all that. Basically, he's like I'm not here often, but like I beat up all the URL greats basically at this point. So that's basically what we talked about in this third. It was a great round overall. So
I'll tell you what though, if Sharon ever gets to the level of like going against a Loaded Lux, that Loaded Lux gonna make that nigga food. And it ain't even gonna be because Loaded Lux is just that good. It's just that I feel like Loaded Lux would just kill. Like what JC did, he would just kill the whole.
It would just be black.
It would be black as shit.
It would be like. That's why Sharon can't battle niggas like B-Dot either.
Yeah.
It would just be about that black African power 3 rounds in a row, which I get.
And it ain't gonna work because you in URL and the crowd is mostly black.
I would
respect black culture
personally after. Like, you got 1 round to do that. Don't do that for 3 whole rounds.
The problem is he might find like the different angles of like black culture. It might be like, one round might be one round's gonna be like, police the service shit, police brutality, white supremacy. Then the second one's gonna be probably like, why you don't respect our black women, you trying to keep our women down. It's just gonna find different ways, different angles in that shit, and it might work.
I'm gonna get bored personally. But anyway.
That's because you educated, so that's probably why.
The battle I'd say was good. It's hard to call it personally, in my opinion, except it's easy to say that JC took the second, because Sharon had no rebuttal. He said to sit there and eat that round, and it was a great angle. So the real debate is between the first and the third, and I don't personally know which way to call it. I call that one debatable, but I'm leaning towards JC. I completely understand if somebody says that Sharon won 2-1. It's not a clear 30. It's guaranteed 2-1, depending on which way you lean. That's how I call that one.
Swag.
Next up, Battle of the Joneses.
This one I watched.
I heard you watching it.
Yeah,
I heard you watching it. So I know for a fact you watched this one.
Yeah, I was jonesing watching this one, man.
Serious Jones versus Chilla Jones.
Yeah.
Anything we need to say before this one? Just get into it.
Before we even start, I say I give it to Jones. You know what I'm saying? Jones
That's
definitely
exactly
took
what
the
Surf said. That was Surf's joke last night. It was like, Surf, who you got for this one? Oh, I got Jones.
Yeah, definitely Jones took that shit. But when Jones said that shit to Jones, that was some other shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But Jones was cooking. You feel me?
Anyway, Sirius went first. Started singing Mrs. Jones.
I ain't gonna lie. This one, I kind of dug it because it was quick.
Yeah.
Because sometimes his shits be like damn near a quarter of the round, or when it don't work, it'd be a whole good 60 seconds of just trying to get through the shit. And this is one that was like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Who just singing that shit, got through it, and we can get to the bars. So I fucked with Sirius's first round.
His first round, it was good rhyming wise, and he had some good punches like tucked in there.
It started off fire and then kind of dwindled towards
the end. It just got
end.
annoying to me because he just kept talking about this hypothetical situation of Chilla trying to get with one of his girls.
Yeah, and
that was a weird angle to keep going back to. And
it's weird when you don't have the actual proof. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have actual proof, like okay, it's like Loaded Luck saying Skinny Dipping Gone Wild wouldn't work if he didn't put Calico on the screen.
A.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can we address the crowd? Like if he didn't have that, then it wouldn't have hit. But because it was pictures and shit, it hit. When you trying to come with an angle like that, you gotta have proof. You gotta have Stumble saying I'm not a gangster.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, it's just weird because we're all just sitting there like, is it true or not? And the other nigga's never gonna be like, nah, what he's saying is fact. I did that shit. I was a sucker.
Nobody's gonna do that.
You know what I'm saying? Prep is not gonna be like, I made that group chat. I'm weird as hell for that shit, ain't I? Like, so it's
at least not during the battle. They'll do it later.
So it's always weird when niggas do that shit.
Yeah, and it's even worse when you're the only person who can vouch for this story because like at least in the old Red and Calico situation, it seemed like everybody else knew about this situation. So it seemed like other people was like nodding their head, chiming in. Nobody knows what you talking about, but you serious. So
and even with that one, it was just so funny that even if it wasn't true, it was just funny and entertaining. Yeah. But like when you're trying to say some shit and like you kind of need some proof to prove this, that like, you're acting like it's an actual fact, like you're acting like you have the proof, but you just ain't gonna show it. That's weird.
Yeah,
like Calico saying the shit. There's no way you can prove the shit, but he's just mentioning niggas' name. It's just, and he's painting it so well that it sounds true. Like he's like, yo, I ain't gonna say no name, but these are some big names. But then he would describe niggas so you know who he's talking about.
Yeah,
it just decorated beautifully, but then
it was a well told story all around.
Yeah.
Serious. He was fading in and out of telling the story or trying to get some bars off and then get back to the story and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was weird.
It was weird,
but it still wasn't bad because he still had some really good punches hidden and tucked in between the story.
Sure.
The story was just whatever. So then Chilla came out. He didn't really address the story that much, but he had some good punches though. I'll say that he had some really good punches in this first round.
Yeah.
That's what, like I said about the first round. Anything had that about the first round?
Nope.
Second, Sirius came out, had a pretty good round. I feel like his second round had a lot of setups in it though, and it had more setups than good punches. But then it ended a little weird. His second ended a little softer.
Yeah,
he didn't keep his energy up the whole round.
For sure.
Chilla came out, and his second round was more about doing schemes and pointing out the flaws in Sirius's game. Yeah, and he was doing a bunch of talking to him during the round. And you could tell it was a serious nerd.
Definitely had that in this.
Sirius did not like that shit. You think you want to talk to me? You go back.
It was like he was pausing and actually expecting Sirius like say something like to speak, and it was like there was too much conversation in this battle. Like, that was weird. His like car scheme was fire. I like that, but yeah, and it's like his pauses. Like he would just pause a little too much. It was a little weird, bro.
Yeah.
It threw the energy off because he's already kind of chill, and that's kind of been the critique with him. But it's like when you like pausing and it's like leaving mad like space in there. It's like, come on, son.
Yeah, these niggas was doing way too much talking to each other during the battle. Like in general, between rounds, during rounds, niggas just have whole conversations and shit.
Even at a certain point, like, Sirius was like, "You expect me to have a conversation with you in the middle of the battle?" Like, he was like, "Bruh.
What is this?"
The only time
I'm so confused. He was like, "What am I supposed to be doing with this nigga?"
Like the only time it actually worked, it made sense. It was kind of funny when he was trying to point out that Sirius Jones had said "Case Adilla."
Yeah, that one I got.
And I go like, Sirius Jones said it the right way, and Chill was like, "What?" And I feel like Sirius Jones realized, he fucked up by saying it. Like, and then he tried to say it the wrong way afterwards. He's like, "Nah, nigga,
I'm from Jersey. This is what we call it."
No,
I've never heard anybody say quesadilla.
We know, like, we heard you say it the right way.
We get it. Say quesadilla.
You was trying to stretch the bar. I get it, but when you said it the right way, he made Chilla. You kind of give Chilla a point for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was another one. I forgot what it was. He was trying to point out something. It was like a Antarctica or something like that.
Yeah, that one.
And he was like, "What the fuck is
Antarctica?"
That was funny as shit. But then he paused and really expected, like, he really sat there and was like looking at Jones. He's like, "You expect me to explain it? Like, what the?" That threw the energy off because it was good until he did that shit. Because what the fuck is an Antarctica? But it was like when you just sitting there waiting. He's like, "Nigga, you expect me to have a conversation with you and explain the shit in the middle of the battle?" Like, yeah, that shit was weird. I ain't never seen Chilla do that shit. Did like pause that much?
Yeah, it was odd. It was really odd. So then in the third series, really spent the third attacking how nerdy Chilla is. Now Chilla don't be getting no holes, but it's pretty much what his third was about. That's all I can really mention. Chilla's third, it was good. It was just some schemes and punches. My only issue is it kind of seemed all over the place. It seemed like it was no clear direction for it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I remember Surf pointed that out too after the battle. Surf was like, this battle was kind of a letdown. We expected more from them, especially from Chilla. But it was like Chilla was just all over the place. Like his rounds, they would start one place and then end some other place. Like it would just sound like he was just saying stuff for real.
Yeah. The only thing I can respect, because I do respect that he didn't mention math once.
Not once. And he did mention, he's like, I beat this nigga without mentioning math not once. Overall, I guess I give it Chilla 2-1. But this battle, this was really going this way. I thought this was gonna be battle of the night, low key. This was the battle I was most looking forward to.
Yeah, especially after Chilla and Real Sick, and we know like Chilla still got it, and then Serious Jones been on the incline. I definitely thought it was gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, the Battle of Jones was a letdown. They were saying, Sirius was saying that he wanted to battle him for the last name Jones. He's like, only one Jones could leave. But then one Chilla pointed out, nigga, Jones ain't even your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense to battle you for the name Jones if your name isn't even Jones.
Yeah, he's like, that's why I respect real name Brandon, because these ain't even Brandon their real name.
Mm-hmm. That was a good bar.
That was a good bar right there.
So yeah, that was Battle of Joneses. Like I said, I got that going Chilla 2-1. Who'd you lean towards on that one?
I lean towards. I'll give it a tie because I ain't gonna lie. I was not impressed by neither of these niggas. I think even Jay Black had said that too. He was like,
Jay Black, Surf, Nunu, they was all let down by that battle.
He was literally like saying, he was like, yo, I'm expecting better battles on this card because it's like I feel like it was a weak point of the card.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I'll probably give it to Chilla just because I feel like Chilla like was more concise with the shit. But I really would give it a tie. I ain't gonna lie, I would give it a tie because I don't think either one really outdid.
I feel you. Did you saying that battle was a 2-pack of ass?
Yeah, it was close.
Okay.
It was Joe. I was gonna sound bad. It's Joe Budden ass. I was gonna sound weird. I was gonna sound weird. It's Joe Budden's description of ass.
Got you.
Okay, you gotta be specific.
Got you.
Cause that nigga really will say if your shit just isn't popping, it's just good but not great. Ass.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And it would make it worse with like that nigga would have the freaking the gunshots and shit. Cause then that made it so much. Then that brought me back to like mixtape days. Like that brought me back to like DJ Who Kid, freaking 50 Cent just spit a 16, and now he just wants to talk shit at the end of the record type shit. He'd be like, I hate these fucking rap niggas. Pow.
Yeah. And Rory Ball had to sit there and wait for him to be done doing shit. He had to sit there and be like, what's this nigga ranting about again? All right, whatever.
Shit would be crazy. I've been watching their
Rory Ball show.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I fuck with it for sure. They definitely got a chemistry. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more calmer. It's a lot calmer without your buddy being there. Like even when they laughing, they're like chill because they're just two chill dudes, and you know Maul's cool as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Maul gets on my nerves because I ain't seen him freaking repeat an outfit yet. And I've watched every Joe Budden episode, and I'm watching Rory and Maul. How big is this nigga closet? He lives in New York. He don't have that big of a closet. Nigga, New York apartments are the size of his kitchen. Where is he getting all his clothes from?
Are you sure he never repeated? Or you really be sitting there studying? Like maybe he just be pulling some pieces together and arranging them in different ways.
I feel like I've maybe seen two things more than once. I was like, oh, okay. But like when I tell you like this nigga be straight like,
or it's the type of thing where he might be getting it for a promo, so people keep sending him shit to wear promo, so he always got some shit to pull out because it's somebody give it to me to wear because they wanted me to wear it because it's promo.
Maybe
that happens when you become a celebrity. Niggas you get so much free clothes to wear promotionally that you kind of never run out of clothes after a while.
Maybe, but I guess because I believe that he just is one of them anti-celebrities. Like he don't play into being a celebrity at all. He's just I'm a regular nigga, and people just happen to like what I do and what I talk about in this podcast shit. So I'm gonna take advantage. I'm gonna just keep it doing because this is me. But yeah, I guess so. That could be it.
Yeah, all right, boys. Let's speak about someone who's not a regular nigga, someone who is a god of sorts. Danny Myers,
oh God,
versus Tay Rock. Main event.
This is how you have a fucking main event, boy.
This set the tone for the year.
This set the tone for the fucking year. This was the battle, and it was the perfect. Everything about this battle was like perfect. Like even Rock going first.
Yep.
Cooking, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's where Rock fucked up.
Going first, yeah.
Yes, that's where Rock fucked up. I feel like if Rock could take it all back, he would not have went first.
Yeah, you don't go first against the rebuttal nigga.
Keep giving this nigga rebuttals, and all of them hit.
Yeah, you don't go first against the rebuttal nigga. You know what I'm saying? But and Tay Rock shit was fire.
Oh, Tay Rock had 3 good rounds.
Let's not
forget Tay Rock had 3 good rounds.
Yes,
of good bars.
Good everything. Energy.
Energy was good. All that. The problem is
Danny Myers was on fire tonight.
Yeah, bro. Danny Myers,
he was unbeatable. Nigga was doing push-ups on this nigga.
Push-ups was killing me.
He was doing push-ups on this nigga, boy.
Danny Myers was saying crazy punchline, get the room shaking, and start just doing push-ups, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Do it himself.
And he looks good doing the push-ups too. You can tell this nigga does great form. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't even look like he lost breath doing that shit.
No.
And he wouldn't just do one. He did like a good 4 or 5 each time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shit that be hurting me, my nigga.
Like, if anybody else did that shit, it would be silly. But because Danny Myers is such a high energy person, it just fit, bro. Like, it was just like, all right, yeah, do some push-ups.
Yeah, nigga.
Nobody was like, what the fuck is going on?
Everybody
was just like, yeah, nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
Anybody else would be like, why he doing push-ups?
Yeah, nigga.
What's going on?
Do push-ups with the sets of cards, nigga. Jail shit, nigga.
It was just so funny. But hey, that nigga's punches was hitting, his delivery was cold, that nigga's energy was up. And I feel like the energy is what was carrying him to another level. Because his punches was good, but his energy was up here. So it was like forcing the room to get engaged with it too.
And I ain't gonna lie too, because even though like Tay Rock had energy, like he couldn't get the crowd like to go crazy. They would feel him, but they couldn't get the crowd to go crazy.
Nope.
But like
I feel like
Danny Myers,
Danny might have brought more people with him too.
Might have been because Danny definitely would get the crowd to go crazy off first line and then just keep that energy going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie though, this nigga would make me laugh when he would just be like, "I am the God."
Oh, that shit was funny to me too. He was looking at the camera, holding that God.
Like he kept the face every time, bro. I am the God.
He just stared at that camera like repair man.
Yo,
his face was looking.
Danny Myers was bugging, my nigga. That nigga was bugging on Rock.
Crazy that Tay Rock just sitting there and laugh. Like Tay Rock gonna be sitting there laughing while Danny is doing all this extra shit,
bro.
And Surf was laughing too. Like all of Tay Rock's people was just as confused as Tay Rock. So they was all standing there laughing, like, what is going on, right?
Bro, he was cooking, my nigga. Like that nigga was doing his fucking thing. Like
it's really nothing bad to say about either one of these niggas. It's just one was better. And I feel like Tay Rock's people was catching on because about a third, I noticed this Sue Surf and them started hyping Tay Rock up in the third. They started talking more, doing more ad libs, like get that nigga Rock, like yeah, talking more because Danny's people have been talking the whole night and it was working.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like by then it was too late. It was the third. Y'all niggas should have started doing this in the second to try to catch up. Because they was too quiet during Rock's rounds and it wasn't helping him get his energy back.
Yeah, and but the funny thing was, one thing I even noted, I liked how angry these niggas sounded because like even Rock was sounding so like everything was emphasized. You know what I'm saying?
Great delivery.
Smack you with the clip. With the butt of the gun, like
great delivery.
He was like, everything. Like and he would look at nigga dead in his eyes and be like, "I can't wait to smack the shit out of you and your daughter, Dominique. I'm gonna put it in the oven. Dominique gonna be dominoes." Like the energy was 100.
Great delivery, great energy, all of that. And
but then Danny would just
Danny
be like,
sit there like this, like the whole round, working on his rebuttal. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, that's cool. And this round will start. Crazy rebuttal,
more
push-ups, and then Rock's got to stand there like, Why would they even give this nigga this shit to use against me?
Bruh,
Like,
bruh, nigga be like, you turn my Dominique into Dominoes, I'm gonna put a 5 in your little Caesar. Like, I am the god. Yo, I think we could just do no wrong. It was just one of them nights where like,
you had to sit there and be like, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
it was one of them nights, bro. It was one of them nights where like even the best battle rappers will tell you like sometimes the other nigga just got the energy. This is just his night. He's flawless. He can't say nothing wrong. Like he came prepared, and all he gotta do is just not fuck it up. Cause all you know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. It was crazy, my nigga.
Had to sit there and take it. Like, all right.
Yeah, to sit there and look at the nigga do push-ups, my nigga.
Watching nothing grown man.
That shit was
y'all battle.
That shit was crazy.
I need to hear Rock talk about like I need Rock like, yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with this nigga. I guess Rock would be like, I don't know what this nigga was doing. I don't know what he was on, but he wasn't even doing that shit no more. He doing push-ups in the middle of no battle.
That shit was crazy, my nigga. Yo, and the Hammer Time bar was fire. I like that shit. Oh my god. The Hammer Time bar, bro. I wish I remembered it verbatim. I wish I could have wrote that shit down. I just remember he's like,
oh, no, I remember the setup. The setup was like, yeah, me and my dogs be jumping you, stomping you out, and it'd be like, stop.
Hammer time. That shit, that shit was just amazing. Danny Myers, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was convinced today, like, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was first, like, the first time I heard Danny Myers, he was calling himself Bar God, and I was like, all right, that's a little high, like, Bar God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I know a lot of people that are better than you, but at this level, at this point, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it no more. Like, I'm with it. Bar God, yeah. Because the way, like, I feel like he was still even developing the style then. Like, it wasn't the level it is now.
Better over the years.
Yeah, so now his shit is like he's definitely one of the top tier niggas.
He's always been able to flow words together and do lyrical miracle shit.
Yeah.
But now he's finding ways to do it and get it to catch on to the average niggas. I feel like battle rap fans are getting smarter anyway.
Because I feel like his shit was kind of like, I hate to say it, but like a little nerdy and wordy before. Yeah. But now it's like he found a good way to like mix that wordy shit with the thug shit, and it translates beautifully. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on fire right now.
And there's like he has so many different pockets and lanes that he would get into and out of in these rounds where it was like, damn, this nigga's really showing versatility. Cause like he do a lyrical miracle flow where it was just all fast and wordy and shit, going double time. And then he right after the punchline, he slow it back down and start talking to niggas. He was talking to Rock, or he go talk to Surf in the middle of the round. He was start talking to Smack. Like he was talking to niggas like, bro, he was all over the place. Yeah. It was hard to keep up with what you even want to do to this nigga right now.
Especially the second and the third. Like the second and third, like even the third, he even brought the energy down a little bit. Like he got the good rebuttal, and he was like, all right, let me just talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And then kept like he controlled the room. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was Danny's night, bro. It was just one of the things like
crowd control was on 5. It was nothing to argue about that crowd control.
It was almost like Rock versus Daylight. It was one of those things like Tay Rock definitely didn't win, but he didn't lose either.
Tay Rock just keeps having this problem. It's not his fault, honestly, because Rock and Daylight, that was probably the best Rock I've ever seen.
Best Rock.
But it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Rock and Twerk, that was a great Rock.
Yeah.
But Twerk still kind of had the crowd and momentum enough to where we kind of got to argue that Twerk probably won that.
Yeah.
Rock and Danny. Rock didn't do nothing wrong in this one either. Wrong.
But then when you got Danny Myers, you're talking about nigga, you turn into a whole vampire, and even they're from Transylvania. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, nigga, we supposed to believe you out here. We want to believe that you gangster out here busting clips, but you a vampire sucking blood off a nigga's dick. Bruh.
It was the only
nigga got Nunu nails involved in this shit. Like he covered all bases, my nigga.
The only reason though,
unbeatable, my nigga. The only
reason those Transylvania bars didn't hit as hard is because Daylight says stuff very similar to that.
Yeah.
But like I said, overall, great. It's nothing to critique about that battle. Battle at Night, that really set the tone for the rest of the year. If we can get more battles of this caliber, it's going to be a great year for battle rap.
For sure. Definitely going to be a great year. You know what I'm saying? Definitely set the tone. This is how you have a main event. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, Head Ice and A-Verb, please take notes. Because, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm still a Head Ice fan, but I am very upset. For one thing, for me to speak your praises on this shit with somebody who does not like your style at all, only really likes one battle you've ever had in your whole career, and for y'all to have it was a good ass card. I think that was probably one of the best cards we ever seen.
That was a great
and to have the worst main event, like that spoke volumes, my nigga. So it's like, Nigga, I've been trying to get this nigga to watch a head ice battle. I feel like we just went like 10 steps backwards with that shit. He was like, nigga, I won't even if I lose in UFC 10 times in a row, I'm not agreeing to shit. You know what I'm saying? At least at that point, I could have got him to maybe agree to the shit. At that point, he's like, nigga, I'm not going to even do that to myself.
Yeah, bro,
I respect myself too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The
fact that you had him in your top and your worst in 1 year, it kind of shows, dog.
Versatility, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Versatility.
But yeah, I think that's going to end this week's episode of Hold Down Podcast. We just really want to do a recap of Super Fight. We ain't want to miss out on the first event of the year.
For
sure.
Be
on the lookout. We definitely going to have more videos dropping. Quan, tell them where to find you at.
You can find me at your local Bible study. You know what I'm saying? Praising the good Lord's name. But if you want to find me online, you can find me at SAYQUAND on your social media platforms. Never on Facebook, sometimes on Twitter, and I'm mostly on Instagram. If you want to find some of my beats, you can find my beats at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. Come and shop with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Got all kinds of discounts, got all kinds of, good beats on there. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of styles. You got R&B, got that. You know what I'm saying? You listen to I Swear Vezo, got that. You listen to ETSG, got that. ESTG, got that. If you listen to ESG, you know what I'm saying? Whoever he is, I probably got beats for that nigga too. You know what I'm saying? And all the collaborators got that. Future, Lil Baby got that. All kind of beats. Highlight your boy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come shop with your boy. Make some hits. Make some joints. You feel me? I'm about to order pizza right now. Where can they find you?
If you want to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? That means that you want to talk to a real one. And I appreciate that. If you want to talk to a real one, you know where the real ones be at Twitter. You know my Twitter, not Bloodbath. All my socials the same. The Twitter, the IG, you know what it is, TikTok. You know what it is with your boy. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for tuning into another episode. We really appreciate the fans. We love when y'all leave comments. We love when y'all, you know what I'm saying, just hype up the show. If you're listening to us on an audio platform, just great words that are coming out of our mouths. Make sure to leave us a positive review on whatever podcast platform you're using. If you're watching the YouTube, this is your time
to like, comment, and subscribe.
Exactly. It's kind of like an attendance check. You made it this far into the video. It's kind of time to do your part.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm actually mad that I didn't say in the beginning to like, comment, and subscribe.
It's cool, but now if you made it this far, you know what to do.
Word. And I'm pretty sure you said you're going to put the graphic on that thing too, right? So we're going to have it on the bottom somewhere.
Yes, I will. When I remember as I'm editing this to do that.
Word. Hey, Kev in the editing room. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put the banner right here.
Word.
Nigga.
That guy. Anyway.
I wanted to say this something disrespectful, but I was like, consider I'm right in front of you. I felt weird like saying something disrespectful. It would have been like being disrespectful Inception, my nigga. But I would have been like, nigga.
Anyway, I want to thank you for tuning into another episode. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember, the South gonna hold it down.
Don't be like Uncle Ruckus.